I knew nothing about him. I loved him. I love the film. I love the story. But I think fans need to hear from you. What does he bring to the MCU? From your perspective, what is it that has not been there before and that Shang-Chi is bringing to this universe we love?
I think Shang-Chi in this movie brings some things that we have seen woven, themes that we've seen woven throughout the MCU. But in this movie, it's very specifically tied to family, the family unit. It's very specifically tied to the natural drama that happens within that family. This is a heightened family with problems that may be bigger than we are used to. But I do think at the core, what they're dealing with are things that we can all relate to.
I gave you 10 years to live your life. Now you see me rise. And where did that get you?
You know, Marvel has done an amazing job just introducing characters that we didn't even know we were going to love when we first saw them, you know, just like the Guardians of the Galaxy and now Shang-Chi. Are there any do's and don'ts when it comes to introducing a new character? Some things that you know you cannot do and things you know you can do?
Well, with this character, it was really important for us to get him right and to work against a lot of the stereotypes that came before us and to try to break them as much as we can. We want people to be surprised when they meet Shang-Chi and when they meet the other characters in this movie, surprised by how much they relate to them, how much they can see themselves in the journey of Shang-Chi, and hopefully see themselves and their families in the context of the family drama that Shang-Chi finds them in. All of that were things that, you know, we were constantly working on trying to humanize these characters as much as we could.
I trained you. So the most dangerous people in the world couldn't kill you. Son, it's time for you to take your place by my side.
Where's that fine line maybe between staying true to the culture he represents, but also making him very universal and, you know, relatable to everyone? Like, what's the secret on achieving that?
I think for any movie, we just think of the character first. What makes sense to that character, and if that character grew up in a certain culture, that's the culture that we're trying to portray as authentically as possible. I don't think we tried to universalize any idea in a way that muddied the specificity of each of our characters' experience. But to me, the underlying stories and experiences that they're going through, the emotional through line of each of our characters happen to be things that I think translate across cultures and across political boundaries. And I think it's relatable to anybody. So I feel very excited for people to meet these characters and go on the journeys with them.